Hey, what's good, everyone? Hey, I got a question on how we're paid at the airlines. Can't really speak specifically to other airlines, but I think pretty much all the major mainline legacy airlines are going to be about the same in how they're paid. Um, First, we're paid by hour, so we're not like salary. The pay could fluctuate throughout the month, depending on how much I want to fly. But there is going to be a minimum. So you have the captain pay scale, you have the first officer pay scale. They don't intertwine. Captains are paid a certain rate, which is usually around, I think it's about 45% higher than, on average, than the first officer rate. Then you have the first officer rate. And then you have the different fleets. So, A350, 737, A321, all those are paid at a different rate. And we're paid by the hour. So, for instance, like um, the pay scale goes between year 1 and 12, and the pay increases per year. Year 12 is the top out year, the highest year. So, for instance, like on my fleet, the 321 for year 12 pay is paid at for the captain pay is paid at 389.34, and for the same year 12 for A350 is paid at 465 and 13 cents. There's a minimum amount of hours that will be paid per month as a line holder, meaning I know my schedule for the month. The minimum is 65 hours per month that I'll be paid. As a reserve pilot, and it's just that reserve, they'll use you if they need you. It goes between 72 and 80 hours is the minimum amount of hours you'll be paid. Never been paid that low as a line holder. I'm usually a line holder unless I'm really specific with the schedule, the stuff I want. Usually a line holder, but usually I fly. I mean, I'm actually in the plane flying about 35 to 40 hours a month. I'm usually get paid. It's called credited about 100 hours a month. It's a difference in what you're actually flying and what you're actually paid. And there's different stuff we get paid for too. We get paid for per diem, which is like our meals and incidentals when we're on the road, in hotels and stuff. We get a per diem rate. We get paid if there's certain delays, if we're rerouted, if we actually end after midnight as opposed to before midnight. There's a lot of different pay ancillary pays that we do get as well that isn't actually included in our per hour rate. And also we have what's called direct contribution. It's a direct payment that the company makes based off of how much you are making. So basically 70% of every paycheck, 70% of your pay, they're doing a direct contribution to the retirement accounts. So it doesn't come in as pay you could use immediately, but it is your money and there's nothing you have to do to get it. So for every $1, that's an extra 17 cents they're giving the pilots. For every $100,000 made, it's an extra $17,000. So it's really amazing, and it increases the pay more than you would see on paper. We also have what's called profit sharing. This past year was 10.4%. We get paid every February 14th for profit sharing. So 10.4% of what you made the previous year, the company is going to give you on February 14th in the form of additional money. And also, at least at my company, we have what's called premium pay. We call it green slips. It's basically when there is a high value flight that needs to go out and there's no pilots available for that flight at that particular time, the company will send out requests for pilots, but they do it at a premium rate. It's basically double what you make on a normal basis. The company says, we need this flight to go out, and if you're willing and able to take this flight, we're going to pay you double for that flight. So those go out occasionally as well. But there's lots of different ways to get paid. It's a really good career, and especially if you love flying, like there's really nothing like it. But there you have it. So any more questions, hit me up, please.